All right, so hope everybody's been having a nice evening or a nice day, depending on when you're looking at this. And this is the third installment of the division series, where in preparation for the final test for this section of division, next we're going to move into decimals and decimals, percents, and fractions, which are again another form of division. So what I'm going to do today is right now is I'm going to go over the writing expectations. So your test will have three three equations, but each equation will be done 2 times. So there'll be 6 problems in all. And they'll all three be division, except the last one you'll be checking that division. You'll do the division and then check it with the jellyfish array, and just see if it works. I want to assess how well you know what to do to figure out how to check using multiplication a division problem. Should be pretty easy. So let's do a little review quickly. You see up here, right up here, here's the problem that we did on Wednesday, right? And we discussed it. And I'm going to use that as the basis for my comparison of the box method as opposed to the base 10 method. Because when you write, you're going to have to do 2 sentences per problem. Maybe even for the checking problem. I may surprise you with a sentence or 2 that you have to come up with, off the spur of the moment on that. So be thinking about that. Now, so you're going to have 2 sentences for each of the division problems, and you're going to have 2 sentences that explain what you, one sentence that explains how you like the box method, and another sentence on how you like, what helps you or what you think is good or better, really, about the base 10, or better about the box method, and then you're going to reverse them. So you'll be 4 sentences, one saying how one method is good, the other saying how that same method is not good for you, and the same with the alternative method. So what I'm going to do here is in the Microsoft Word doc right down there, I'm going to make a table, and I'm going to fill it with positives that I see, positives and negatives about each of these algorithms, right? So to do that, I'm going to put in a table. I'm actually going to decrease the size of the font we have here. Let's go here, and so 24 is too large. Oh, that's my wife talking to one of her friends, if you hear the loud laughter. That's still big. Charlene? She's talking to the dog. Can you still? Yeah, you can still see that. I'm going to take it even a little bit smaller. Let's say 14. Yeah, that's good. So we're in 14. I'm going to put in a chart, a table, right? And it's going to be a straight T table, so T chart. So I'm going to make it 2 like that. Don't worry. Let's zoom out a little bit so you can see it. And I'm going to make it about half the page. Come on, you can do it. There we go. And this will be, let's see. Another one out here. Let's go up here to tables. What I want to do is I want this not to have this line here. I'm always about doing the formatting. Multiple instructions. So we're table properties. There we go. That's going to do it. Row is what we want. Specify height. cell alignment. Well, may not be able, I know I've done it before. We'll just do this. This is going to be for the box method. So what I'm going to do is I'll say box method, right? And we'll center them here and center this one as well. And let's put a little color in there. Bang, boom. We want some color in there, so we're gonna say there. Okay, good enough. And here will be, we'll put positive, and on this side will be negative. So positives, negatives, right? So the first thing I think about when I look at the box method is you don't have to draw the units, right? You just write the digits. Okay, so when we do the base 10 and you say the 3 rods, you're saying 3 tens, and that's digit notation, right? Or unit notation, I'm sorry. And we're just going to do digit notation. So positive, no drawing, only digits. Okay, I'm writing in a shorthand that I understand. I know that what I'm saying is when we're here, right, you only have to put the digits in, right? You don't have to draw 3 thousandths cubes, which is a lot. Now, what's a negative? I'm not sure. So what I'm going to do is hit the tab, and I'm going to do another. I'm going to do some positives. Then I'll go back, and we'll figure out some negatives on it. All right. So another positive to me is the decom. Okay. Posing is less work. No drawing, right? There's no drawing. And another positive I'd say is, I like the cheat column, right? Cheat column over here, right? Wrong way, everything's reversed. The cheat column is that thing on the edge, right? I like that. Especially when you're doing 7s and 6s and 8s and the ones that are really hard for me to know up here. I need a multiplication table. But with this method, you don't really need the multiplication table if you can skip count and use your fingers, right? If it's 6s, right? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, right? 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, right? 30. Doesn't matter. Get it right. Use your fingers. You use whatever you need. Make sure you just do it and get it right, correct? Let's see, can we think of another positive for the, there are a few, but I'm not going to give you all of them. You may use the ones I have here. Just make sure you put them in complete sentences. Capital letter at the beginning, ending punctuation, noun-verb agreement, subject-verb agreement, right? Good. Now some negatives. Negatives for this one. I think it is very abstract. It's hard for me to understand how, when I was in 4th grade, how these worked. Why is this a 5? Well, it's a 5. This is a 1 and it's 1 there, right? But it was hard for me in the 4th grade to understand really that this is not a 1 because they did not use like LOL, right? They just said it's a 1. And to me, it was a 1. But when it's over there, it ain't a 1. It's 1,000, right? None of that was really explained. And even as I explained it over the years, I can tell it's still a little abstract, which adds a positive that I need to remember for the base 10 method. So it's very abstract. What else? I don't know how to spell don't. Like that it is filled with lies. I'm not crazy about the language of lies, right? I understand that the lies make it much faster and easier for those of us who kind of get that that's 1,000 and not a 1 and stuff. You know, they understand that it's not true, but it's all up here. I've told you when I used to teach teachers for LAUSD, I do workshops. There are teachers who did not really cognitively understand things like that's not a 1, it's a 1,000. And I'd ask them and they go, now, way better at math than I am. Because they didn't need to know that fact in their head. It just kind of was there. Me, I have to know. And I know a lot of my students in this class and other class, you're wondering why. Lying doesn't tell you. So I don't like that it's filled with lies. I suggest that you guys maybe pause the video at this point. You can either copy down what I've put here, right? Create your own T-chart using on the insert. It's the tables. Well, for me, you're using Google Docs. It's there. You'll see a little table there, right? And start creating your own and fill it in. I will wait until you do that. So just pause the video now. Okay, good. You should have either what I've got there down, put it in your own words so that when you look at it, if you use this during the test, you look at it, you understand what it is. If you put it in my words, you just copy me word for word, you may look at it tomorrow and go, what was he talking about? And you don't want to do that, right? Okay, so let's see. That's not what I want to do. I may have made one of the big boo-boos that you should not make when you're using these charts. Let's see if I can make it not do this. Good. Usually what you want to do when you put in these charts is don't have them all the way at the top like I did. Put your cursor up there and hit your enter and drop it down and make it there. That leaves you the much easier ability usually to put this cursor down here at the bottom. That's right down here, this guy, right? So that now I can make another one. Okay, so we're going to do another chart. And this, of course, will be for the base 10. I want to drag, no, I don't want that. I want to drag it over, and drag this one over too. There you go. And line it up there. And then I'm going to line this bad boy up too with that one so it looks nice and neat. Boom. And this is going to be the base 10 and positive. And this will be negative. And let's center them. Boom. There we go. Now, base 10 positives. I can kind of look at this one here, right? And it'll help me figure out some of the negative or positives for the base 10. So this positive says no drawing, only digits. For here, kind of attached to this being abstract, I'm going to say it was easier for me to learn with the blocks, that's the base 10 blocks, and drawings because they're more concrete, right? They're more concrete. So that's a positive here, right? I can actually even have another one with a sentence by just explaining, right? Right there, that a positive is more, watch this, down to earth, E-A-R-T, earth, concrete, C-R-E-T-E, right? Yeah, concrete. That doesn't look right to me. Is that spelled correctly? Sometimes this is set, because I depend on spell check. Y'all know that. Sometimes these will be set at a default where it does not correct all caps. If you're writing in all caps, it won't correct it. So let's put it in here. Find out it's con, R-E-T-E. I knew I was right. I knew it. I was just testing Yamleth. I was testing Yamleth. Yamleth told me that that was spelled wrong. Yummy. So, got a period there. So, base 10 is more down to earth. It's concrete. You can see it. You can touch it. It's more real, right? These are all adjectives or adverbs that you can use in your writing when you talk about being concrete. It's down to earth. It's real. I can touch it. You know, it's closer to the way I live my real life, because you don't live your life in the abstract, right? You live it in the real concrete world. So there are two positives. I can think of some more, but I'm not going to put them there. Now negatives. Negatives. Way too much busy work, right? Way too much busy work. I mean, my goodness. And the drawings can become too messy and confusing. I don't want to write everything, but basically what I'm getting at is what you've seen happen to me in these videos, right? And the students know, the parents may go, yeah, no, that was real. The mistakes I made were not planned. They happened. I make mistakes all the time. But when I'm doing the base 10 method, right, and drawing all those things and talking to you all and explaining and drawing and trying to keep that all straight, it creates even more confusion. So I don't think I've ever drawn the base 10, explained it, and also given it an analysis of what is happening inside it and not made mistakes. Doesn't happen nearly as much with the box method because there's less happening. And in the standard algorithm, it's even less. So now, right here, you have some positives and negatives for the box method as well as the base 10 method. When you take the test, you're going to need to take these or your own feelings and thoughts, right? And put them into complete sentences. You need to have minimum capital letter at the beginning, please. Ending punctuation at the end. And make sure the sentence makes sense to you. Could you maybe write these sentences the night before? Have Troy look at them? or mother, father, and they can help you make sure that it's your words and it's making sense, I would, were I you, and then you can come there, do the math. You don't have to say the 5 or the 500 because you won't know what the digits are. But you can phrase them like I have done down here, right? Nothing in that I've written here is specific to any equation, right? You can use these phrases and terms no matter the equation. So my suggestion is come prepared for the test. It will be on Friday. I think I said Thursday. We'll talk about it on Thursday, and we may go ahead and push it to Friday, giving you some more time, because Thursday we're going to be going into fractions and decimals, directly connected to the base 10 model. All right. Hope this hasn't been too boring and too long, and I hope it helps. Everybody who has been in this class should be able to get at least a B on this test. Take it, submit it. Everyone needs the points. More points are better. Some points much better than 0 points. Turn it in. That being said, have a wonderful rest of the day and evening, and I will see you in la mañana.